there's lots to do on the Outer Banks.
Should we talk about how expansive the sites are? So don't take a shower, suggestion, on a windy day.
Okay, today we're going to be taking a trip down to the Outer Banks in North Carolina.
Yep.
If you are escaping the cold, heading south, or on your way back north in spring, or if you want to brave the heat of the summer, it's a very busy and popular spot. So we're going to talk about, mostly in this video, camping at Oregon Inlet Campground there, and what's to do around there and the facilities, etc.
There you go.
All right, so we're headed down there. You're going to go down, and where 64 turns off to go across to Roanoke Island, you're going to keep making. You're going to make that left and keep going south onto Cape Hatteras.
Make sure you follow the GPS. No,
we did that this time, and I hesitated. And I didn't want to make the turn, and I did, and we ended up at the maintenance facility.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So keep going till you actually see that Oregon Inlet Campground sign. It's about 8 miles from where you turn to go onto Cape Hatteras.
Right. Well, and if you hit a bridge, then you're gone too far.
Yes, exactly. All right. So the campground itself is separated into 3 loops. There are about 107 sites, and loops ABC. A is tent only. No generators. Each has their own bathhouse and restrooms. And we'll talk a little bit about the bathhouse
in a few minutes. Yes.
If you stay in any of these loops, you want to stay on the far side, the beach side, right?
Yes. Why? Because the road, the only road for the most part, is a busy road.
Yeah. It seemed like 24/7.
Yeah.
And we were there 10 nights.
Yes.
So, so tent only, although it almost seemed like there were some van campers.
There were a few, and it looked like some spots for van camping, but it's tent officially only.
And it is a nice little area, easy access to the beach through the dunes.
Quiet.
Very quiet because it's no generators. So it might not be a bad option.
Right.
Then you have to go through Loop B because it's a one-way around the campground. So you have to go through Loop B in and out. And the first sites on B there aren't hookups. They're just non-hookup sites.
Right.
And then once you get to C10 and beyond, they're all hookups, and back out around the B loop on the backside have hookups. And when we say that, it's water electric.
Right. No sewer.
Correct. So up to 50 amps.
Right.
So plenty of power. If you're there in the summer, run your AC, etc.
Right. Should we talk about how expansive the sites are?
Yes. So narrowly expansive.
Yes. Yeah. Let's emphasize. It's like a fish. Got a fish this big.
The roads and the sites, the pads on the sites themselves, very narrow. They say stay on the pad. They don't enforce it. People were all over the place.
Oh yes, yes. It was entertaining.
I didn't find it too difficult to pull on.
Well,
and
because
stay
you're a
on
good
the pad.
driver.
Yeah, and it's definitely some entertainment, and you can watch people come and go, and you can tell the people who can drive and who can't.
Yes.
Now, I think there are some sites that say they can accommodate up to a 40-foot trailer or fifth wheel. But I will tell you, it's worth noting. The person who came in the dark next to us spent 30 minutes
trying to get onto the pad.
Yes.
Never did.
Never quite did, although I applaud him
for trying.
It was a way too big rig for that campground. And then if you have to detach your vehicle and park sideways, or it's really a mess.
Yes, that would be a negative for sure.
Yeah. So when every site is filled, I can see it being difficult to get around.
It's not for sure.
So
let's take a break.
All right. Go ahead, smash that like button because more people get to see our video and our channel continues to grow.
Hit the thumbs up and the bell as well, and visit our website twobearstrekking.com. You have access to both of our sites, and check us out.
All right. All right. Let's talk briefly about the restroom facilities, which are not heated, by the way.
Nope.
And so that's number one.
That's number one. And number two, the showers.
Yes. They're outdoor, open air.
Well, there is a door, a very narrow door. You can see by the photo. It allows the air to flow underneath and over. So don't take a shower, suggestion, on a windy day.
Yes.
Yes.
Try and pick a warm, sunny day. Also, it's only warm water.
Warm. Yeah.
It was warm enough.
Yes.
But when the blow dryer breeze is going,
it's like, oh my goodness. It makes you definitely want to get out of there quickly.
Yes.
So, and also notice this, that little hanger doohickey thing.
Yes.
Yes. Suggestion, get a bungee cord and bring it with you, because you are trying to pull the water on with this thing and soap yourself up. It's contortion is what it does.
Yes. We didn't use it the first time.
No.
And then, we very quickly learned.
Yes.
All right. So that's pretty much it in the campground itself as far as facilities. Now, the big attraction here, you see a lot of fishermen because you can bring your truck right on the beach. Like, I wouldn't bring an RV on the beach.
Not an RV, but
they say to lower your tire pressures to 20, so you don't have an issue.
Right.
It's while there are compact areas on the beach itself, the access road in and out, there's very loose sand.
You need to get going and don't stop.
Right. And just take the trail to the road and then take the road
that would be the
down
easiest.
to the beach.
Yes.
We did go exploring a bit, and it was way easier just to take the road.
Right.
Because there are also those little things that stick to you.
Oh,
I don't know what they're called.
Good lordy, yes. Those little sticky, and they bite you. And you pull them out and your fingers are pricked. Oh.
For our South Carolina friends, maybe you can tell
You know
us
what those are. Oh.
The first time we were somewhere else and we had to pick a bunch off, and it was like, ouch, ouch. So you can go down to the beach. It, again, windy. Half the days are windy. But it was still enjoyable.
You're on the Outer Banks. You're kind of on this little small thing of land in the middle of the ocean, really. And so there's going to be breezes everywhere.
Yeah. If you want to bike, you can probably bike over to the Bodie Lighthouse. You can do tours up in there seasonally. You do have to get tickets. And right across the street,
there are a couple exciting things right across the street. Which do you want to talk about first?
The dump station.
Let's talk about the dump station. Yes.
Because when we're emptying on the way out, it's amazing to get into these dump related conversations.
Oh my goodness. You're standing there dumping your dump and you're kind of going, oh, well, and you start talking about how you clean the hose and what else you got involved in. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, and blockages.
Oh,
all sorts of things. So, so there is that across the road. And
there is an area, basically it's like a dock, a bay where you can dock boats. A marina.
A lot of fishing charters.
And here's a little special treat. If you notice in some of the shots, there is construction going on. That's because they have a store. Now, it's not this store, but they have a little store there. I went in, walked around. They have fishing stuff. They have, of course, T-shirts. They have, general supplies for food. Ice cream, can't miss the ice cream. But the good news is this, that what you see on construction is going to be a brand new, larger store, a restaurant, a museum. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be great. And they have been doing a lot of upgrades in this area over the years because I believe the campground just added Hookup Sites or more Hookup Sites in the last few years. One thing I will say, and you can drive over there, there's plenty of parking, or you can easily walk.
Right.
One thing I will say that wasn't convenient about this campground, well, a couple of things. The trash receptacles are only at the entrance.
Yes.
So you're going to have to walk your trash over.
Right.
The other thing is, if you are near non-electric sites, you are risking people running their generators. And, you know, we've talked about the generator junkies.
We sure did.
Remember that video from way back earlier this year?
Mm-hmm.
There were some generator junkies.
Mm-hmm. To the point.
Yeah, so they ran it from the time they got there about 3 o'clock, and it was still running after 11 p.m. Quiet hours, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
The hosts at this campground were on top of their game.
Yes.
11:30, I see the little lights from the cart come over.
Knock, knock, knock. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that generator went off, and thankfully those people left the next day.
Yes. Yes.
There was a whole, yes. You meet or not meet interesting people, and they were some of those.
Yes.
So those were a couple of the negatives.
Mm-hmm.
And the wind we mentioned.
Wind,
negatives.
right. But I mean, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's the first time I was into the Outer Banks. I loved the beach. We went for a long walk on the beach. It was pleasant, very pleasant. I mean...
Yeah, it's a great place to stay. During the season, you can stay fewer days. It might be up to 14. But then in the off-season, you can stay longer periods of time. It's not necessarily economical. It's, I believe, $28 for a standard non-electric site, $35 for an electric hookup site, which is great during the summer if you're running your AC and whatnot. But it's a nice little spot, especially if you have a vehicle you can jump in and go and explore. There is lots to do on the Outer Banks there.
Absolutely.
If you've never been, there's Kitty Hawk, Nag's Head, all sorts of stuff.
Shopping. Lots of shopping.
Yes.
Miniature golf.
Yes.
I mean, water slides.
Historical stuff to see in Kitty Hawk.
Yes.
And then there's the National lighthouses.
Multiple lighthouses.
And all sorts of things to see out there. So it's a great place to go.
Right.
Hopefully you found this video helpful. Again, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and keep on trekking.